Hello and welcome to the third game between Liquid'HerO and SkillForge.Senin from the RedBull qualifiers. The other two games were already casted. They have been uploaded to YouTube, so you can definitely check them out in my video history if you have missed them. And definitely do check them out. There were some very close, very impressive games. But let's get into game number 3. This is a best of 3. So the winner of this game will move forward into the... Well, he would have moved forward into the next qualifier round to try and get that paid trip to the next Red Bull event. So let's introduce our players. Spawning in the top left hand corner of the map, we do find our teal Phobos player from Korea. It is of course Liquid'HerO. And his opponent on the other side of the map, Deadwing. We find a red Zerg player. His handle is registered as Captain Broda, but in reality he is from Poland. It is gonna be SkillForge.Senin. So the ZVP series will continue. In the last game, it came down to a very close base trade scenario, but those Immortals and Archons are such a very powerful combination against pretty much everything that a Zerg can throw at a Protoss. And with defending his last remaining Nexus, he was able to take out the last hatchery that Senin had just finished at the third base location of Hero on that map. But let's see, we have cross spawns on a fairly large map. On this map it is actually pretty decently easy to get a third base as a Protoss player. Your natural base is of course pretty straightforward. You can wall off this area right there. And also your third base has a ramp leading up to it. So also it is going to be able to get that base secured with only defending one ramp. Of course there are some areas where you do have to be very careful. There's of course this debris that you can take out so you can attack from the top right base that is of course on this map. And also there is another ramp that can be opened up towards the natural base. But let's have a look. Hero once again did open up with a Nexus first, followed up into a gateway. That's a pretty risky move, but with the current build from Senin that is definitely a possibility. He went for that expansion, followed it up with a spawning pool, and went into a very quick third base. Now the tech for Hero will be quite a bit faster than in the last games, in which he opened up with a Forge fast expand with a Nexus first in both scenarios. But that of course means that your tech is going to be very far delayed. And of course with horizontal spawn disabled on this map, with not spotting that top right corner, he knows his opponent is in that top left corner, and he is going to go and send a few Zerglings there. He wants to know what his opponent is up to, because his because his Overlords did not get a chance to scout out anything at all. But already the first Stalker is in production, no wall off at all. A Speedling all in would have been pretty much impossible to hold off at this point. The Zealot will chase that Zergling for a little while. The Zergling will get a full scouted off. He will spot that there is a Stargate on the map. It was confirmed. And that means of course that the Cybernetic score was already done. Otherwise you cannot start that Stargate. And now with that Stalker being out, there's not a whole lot that this Zergling will get done. It will get fired at. A little bit of practice from that newly spawned Stalker right there, but other than that, nothing will come down. So let's see. The first unit in production from that Stargate is going to be an Oracle, trying to get some damage done. In the last games, the defense from Senin has been impeccable. That Oracle in the first game got 1 kill, in the second game it got 0 kills. It did get some work done with the creep later on in that game. But other than that, nothing was happening to that. And we do see now that the Forge is going to be added on for Hero. I would not be surprised to see a pretty quick third base, and it is already going to come down right there. No signs of aggression from Senin. He has been playing very conservative, very safe. And that Oracle, oh, it is going to reach the base. The Spore Crawler is not done just yet. That Queen is going to be very low. No transfuse on that Queen. He does take it out, but now with the Spore Crawler being done, 1 kill on the... Oh, no, actually 3 kills on that Oracle. 2 drones went down and 1 Queen went down to that. And of course the Zergling already falling to the Stalker earlier. Now the Stalker is also blocking this hole between the 2 gateways and the forge that makes up the wall towards the natural base, to Hero's base. Nice pick off right there, but with the Queens already in position, not too much damage was dealt. The creep spread will continue very slowly, and the Oracle will be used for some nice scouting for sure. We'll get some harassment done if possible, but with Spore Crawlers positioned very well, covering all entry points for those mineral lines. There's not a whole lot that this Oracle is most likely going to be able to do. Now he flies in towards the natural, sees that there is a lair spawning in, getting 2 extra kills already. And oh wow, surviving with 1 hit point. 1 more shot would have taken that out. Very painful for Senin, but now he still has to worry about that 1 Oracle. It will regenerate 60 of its shields. But now already that 3rd base is finished up. Triple pro production will continue, immediately saturating that as much as possible. And we do see a very quick Spire. Now that is a big gamble in my opinion, because the Stargate is already of course on the map. Did not spot any of those. He did not spot any Phoenixes just yet, but the Oracle will get the confirmation on this. We'll get some Zerglings on the way out, and we'll see that there's a 3rd base even coming down right now. Now the creep spread has been started to spread. Senin has shown his capabilities in that very nicely already. And that creep will start spreading very quickly. A Void Ray being sent towards the other side of the map, trying to see if it can get some Overlord kills. Well, it's going to be able to do so for sure. Has it just been misrallied so far? Yeah, it has just been misrallied, it looks like. And it will, well, it will take some hull damage, that's for sure. But Senin not too worried at all. He's just macroing up. He's at 66 drones, but his opponent already at 62 drones, not taking the gas at the 3rd base just yet. Once again going for a lot of sentries, a lot of stalkers. Blink is going to be added on. Extra gateway is going to come through. And the robotics facility once again being very much delayed. But with the spotting that Spire, he is expecting that there are going to be mutilates. The +1 attack upgrade is going to be on the way for Senin right now, but no air units at all. A round of extra drones has just started, so he can saturate that 4th base very soon too. And Hero will go for the move out. 1-1 is about to finish up for the Zerglings, but those Stalkers already having that +1 attack upgrade. They will be a little bit super powered right there, especially if Blink finishes up. Pylon is going to be built, but the creep already pretty far. He wants to clean that up as much as possible. The Zerglings are going to go for a little bit of a wraparound right there. And he's trying to make something happen. Oh, Blink is done, so that's definitely also something that Senin has to be very careful about. But all of his great work, all of that creep spread is going to get taken out, it looks like. But Zerglings are already at the back. What does he have in his main base? All Hydralisks are popping. They're not here just yet. 3 infestors also on the way. Pathogen glands, of course, already being researched. But he needs to get a perfect surround right there. The Zergling is not managing to do so just yet. He needs to buy more time. The Queen at the 4th base was already taken out. And this is looking very good for Hero. He has energy for a recall. He even has energy for a time warp in case it is needed. There we go. The recall is going to go down. 4th base is still alive. But a lot of units have been lost for Senin. And most of them did get out alive for Hero. All of the sentries in the orange, of course, because of that fungal growth. But the Zerglings will now clean up those pylons to make sure that Hero will lose a little bit of his map control. Not too much reinforcements power in the other side of the map. And there is another Void Ray trying to be on the hunt for those Overlords that can be scattered across the map. None of them are in that position though. And the 4th base will come down very soon for Hero. I do feel like that. Well, he has the probe in position already, so I do assume that it will come down very soon. Hallucinated Phoenixes, of course, want to spot if there is already hive tech on the map, and of course that is the case. 3 more infestors going to come through. 2-2 on the way, also the +2 attack for those air units. But this is a lot of stalkers. This can get very dicey for Senin very quickly. This force is insanely powerful. It even has +1/+1 upgrades. Some stalkers blinking into that main base. But Hydralisk and Infestors are ready. Infestors will of course lock those stalkers down so they cannot efficiently blink away. So let's see, there is a big flank of Zerglings and Hydralisk, but they are off the creep. He has to be very careful with that. And Hero is not committing to it just yet. Will he get the kill on that Mothership Core? If he could focus that down, it would be amazing. But let's have a look. Those Infestors are very dangerous for Hero. He has to be very careful not to let them get out of hand and get the money fungal going. But the Hydralisk will get some extra early damage done already. Ultralis will be stomping on top of those force fields. He has been teching up very aggressively. Beautiful fungal on a lot of those stalkers. They will get taken out insanely fast. And that money from Senin being spent very quickly. But there's going to be the recall. The Mothership Core always going to come to the saving point. The hatchery, the 5th hatchery, was cancelled off by this one Void Ray. Did get a kill on the drone too. So a nice move right there. He has to take out that Void Ray before he can finally take his 5th base. But still, being on 4 bases with 81 drones, his economy is looking pretty good. He is on hive tech. He can get those Vipers. He's getting that +3/+3 upgrades. Does he already have that chitinous plating? Yes, he does. He already has adrenal glands. But still, he is on the same amount of bases as Hero, who has a pretty incredible economy himself. Hero now going up to Colossus tech, getting that thermal lance, going for the fleet beacon to go more into the air mode. And some Zerglings will try a rest at the 4th base now, actually. But Enduring Locust, Greater Spire, and more Ultralis on the way for Senin. Senin is getting his own Zerg Death Ball army. So let's see if he can go for the great engagement, because positioning will be everything. Now slowly but surely Hero will try and swap out a few of his low-cost units against those tier 3 units for sure. A few Zealots might get traded away. Those sentries with those Ultralis in play, they're not going to do all that much. And once again, Zealots harassing that 5th base. They're already getting it pretty low right now, but still no +2 attack upgrade is going to be done. The hatchery does get killed off. No 5th base for Senin once again. But now with the Ultralis here, they will clean it up. No charge on those Zealots just yet. It is being researched. Also 2 extra Stargates on the way for Hero right now. And he is setting up for the late game. He knows that nothing is going to happen at this stage. He cannot break Senin right now. But let's see, a little bit of run by of Zerglings towards that 4th base. He wants to clear up those supply units for more Broodlords. 6 Broodlords on the way. And remember, of course, that fleet beacon was already put down. Phoenixes have just started. He's expecting that there is a Muta switch, but Senin, behind all of this, he did continue upgrading those air attack upgrades. So he is already on +2 attack upgrade, and those Broodlings will have +3 very soon. So those Broodlords are going to be very, very beefy. Now Storm halfway of the way done. Stalkers will try and clean up a little bit of that creep spread. Will there be the fungal? Beautiful fungal landing on a lot of those Stalkers. They will get cleaned up for free. The Observer being taken out, and the Ultralis will do the rest. Those Ultralis going to be so insanely beefy in just 5 more seconds. And there we go. The army of Senin is looking very impressive. The army of Hero is looking so insanely small. But still, he is maxed out. Where are the rest of his units? Well, there are a lot of Zealots towards the 9 o'clock position, trying to deny another base. The 5th base now is going to come down for Senin for sure. So let's see. A lot of high tempers now also on the map. Those sentries, they're not going to do a whole lot anymore. But those Zealots will go for another set of counter harassment. Senin will go in for the attack. He has those Brute Lords, of course. There are a lot of infests. He still has some Corruptor support for the anti-air, and of course the Hydralisk will push out a lot of DPS now too. He has to defend 2 plays at once, and a lot of hallucinated Immortals right there. Those Immortals not going to do anything against those Brute Lords, of course, but they are going to make those Ultras very scared right there. But then third base already being cleaned up. The beautiful Fungals once again. The Wings of Liberty days have returned to us. Fungal on a lot of those high tier units from Hero. Brute Lords are now gonna get taken out, but a lot of the army of Hero has already been whittled down. 94 supply against the maxed out Zerg player, 64 Zerglings and 3 more Ultras on the way. This 4th base is gonna go down, the 3rd already went down, so putting Hero back to 2 bases. 1 Zealot is checking out the top right corner. Again, Zealots are harassing the 4th base too of Senin, but those are units that he needed in the fight. Oh, those infests actually in a very bad position, but the Zerglings do get cleaned up. 5th base was already established for Hero, but it's not really mining at that point. 3 extra Brute Lords have come down, and there's gonna be the GG. There's no way that he can hold on any longer, and Senin in this best of 3 series will continue to the next round of the qualifiers. Thank you all for watching. This was the best of 3 series between Liquid'HerO and SkillForge.Senin. A very impressive series. So once again, thank you all for watching. If you only watch this on YouTube and you did not check out my stream just yet, do so on Twitch. You can find all of the links on my page. So once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time.